afternoon. My name is Scott Rudd, the Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead.
观众朋友们，大家好，欢迎收看今天的直击美股，我是主持人张叔，在纽约向您问好。周二美股收低，我们看到今天市场是有一些震荡，随着美联储开启为期2天的一个货币政策会议，再加上大选的一些新闻，是使得今天的市场不确定性骤升。而我们看到恐慌指数也是在今天上涨了10%，也是达到了19左右，这也是使得今天的市场非常震荡的另外一个原因。而我们看到今天包括像标准普尔500指数是第一次7月份以来是第一次触及了2100点以下，而这样子的一个下跌呢，也是使得关键位被跌破。虽然随后反弹，但是我们依然看到了市场的一些疲软性。在另外一方面，我们看到美联储是开启了为期2天的一个货币政策会议。在此次会议上，虽然大多数的投资人并不期待美联储会加息，反而认为12月的一个加息可能性是达到了70%，但是这样子的一个会议依然是使得市场是在一个观望的态度当中。另外一方面，在宏观经济数据上，我们看到10月份的 PMI 制造业指数是达到了53.4，比预期的51.5要高，也是高于9月份的一个数字。总的来说，制造业依然是在温和扩张当中。另外一方面，就是我们看到到目前为止，已经有非常多的公司公布了财报，其中70%的已公布的328家标准普尔500指数的成分股当中，都是好于预期的。可以说这样子的一个成绩其实是非常令人骄傲的。但是另外一方面，我们也看到财报的利好并没有成为市场上涨的一个助力，反而因为现在正在发生的包括美国大选以及联储加息这样子的事件，是使得财报的利好的这样子的因素呢是被打压了一些。好的，更多的消息让我们来看一下今天的交易员访谈。Hi Scott, your stocks traded lower today. Will you take today's weakness as a surprise, or actually the market already gave us a lot of footprints to follow?
Footprints to follow, exactly. And what we've been talking about, the 8 and 21-day moving average. As a momentum trader, you try and be long above it. When it's below it, market's vulnerable. You have risk down, so this way you don't get caught in days like today. So if you take a quick look at the S&P cash, you will see how long have we been below the 8 and 21-day. First of all, this is when we went below the 50-day. Okay, the 50-day was right here. Usually above the 50-day is constructive. So it went below it, came back, and then this is how many days we've been below the 8 and 21-day. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it was showing vulnerability before today. So what happened? Went down, tested the 200-day EMA, came back up. A little oversold. At this point, still, market has a lot to prove as a short-term active trader. Long-term, if you are a long-term investor, real quickly, long-term, I'm talking long-term, like every month you put money in, okay, and you're looking for your retirement, the bull market should win again, okay? So right here, yes, we're vulnerable for a pullback, but if you're 20, 30, 40, do not pull all your money out of the stock market because chances are you're not going to get back in.
And speaking of tech sector, actually, in earnings seasons, if we have better than expected earnings, usually it's like a catalyst. But this time, it seems like it is being negated by other things happening in the market. So look at what happened to Google and also Netflix. And speaking of tomorrow, we have Facebook and Alibaba to expect. So what's your expectation on these stocks?
Well, if you think about it, Google came out with good numbers, good earnings, and a buyback. And what did they do with Google? They sold it off 50 cents from an all-time high. That wasn't healthy. So right there, that was also a signal to bring risk down, that they're not buying breakouts. Okay, if you take a look here, let's go back to the daily chart so you could have seen the clue of the weakness under the surface. We've been talking about Google for such a long time, and then it had every chance to break out. And what did it do? Got back to the old highs and then fell $20. Okay, so now it's back in the base. That's not healthy. Then Tesla gapped up $10 on the day of earnings. And what did they do to Tesla? They sold it, okay? Right at the 200-day. Gapped up, sold. Okay, now it's on support, but that's not good action. So tomorrow for Facebook, if you are a long-term investor in Facebook, I mean long-term, stay the course. If you're short-term trading for cash flow and alpha, I'd be careful. Unless it gets above this pivot and stays above it, you know what, I would just avoid it. And at this point, I would not be going into it long or short. We'll wait to see what the print happens with. And options are way too expensive, so I wouldn't be taking short-term options either. But at this point, it's going to have to be blockbuster to get above this. So that's that.
And what about Alibaba? Do you see any opportunities there?
You know, that's interesting too. Like last time I was in love with it when I was at 85 and 81, big base and earnings were great, went to 110. Now I feel like it's, you know, a little priced for perfection. If you look here with Alibaba, you know, I actually had options and I got rid of them. The chart looks okay. Look, listen, when it was here and you had this big base in Alibaba and all these people were accumulating it for a move and sentiment was bad and there were shorts, you know, trapped in it, that was a better setup. We look for setups. This was a good one buying in here. We were in calls. But now up here, it's going to have to be really good. And now there was an article about, you know, accounting, this and that. I don't think there's much edge in a new position. If you're in it from down in here, do I still think it can get above the post-IPO high at some point this year or next year? Yes, that's macro. But on a micro, I will not have a position in Alibaba going into the numbers. If they're blockbuster after hours, 105 is a pivot, and then 110, and then big resistance is up here. But at this point, I think it's, you know, it's a little bit more speculative than it was down here after all this accumulation.
Okay, that's all we have for today.
Yeah, so I would just, again, keep risk down, stay flexible, take trades, have stops. Not the time to play the cost average game because that could hurt you a lot.
这是一个需要您谨慎的时候，希望您继续关注我们的节目，我们明天再见。